Hey everyone, Guard the Leaf here. How's everyone doing? Today I'm coming to you from the River of Life. Previously I did a video in the daytime and I told everyone I would do a video at night. And I mentioned before that everything lights up blue. Well, here it is. Let me walk over to this side here and get a better vantage point for you. But there is also a point on this video, and I'm going to be titling this video something along the lines of, is this the new norm and should we accept it? I got some very strong opinions on that, and I almost fell. No, I mean my point of view is that we should not be accepting this as the new norm. And one thing I am worried about is when it comes to how many people are actually actively boycotting in our population. I mean, if you go by the border numbers, about 30 to 40%, give or take, in different regions, right? So yeah, this is the River of Life. So there's two rivers that go through the city center and they meet here. And when there are storms in Malaysia, this river actually does fill up quite a bit. So to the point where some areas in the downtown core actually does get flooded. So, but yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a tourist attraction here. I mean, it kind of goes, the lights go on for a little bit. I just wanted to show everybody. Sorry. Now, I'm gonna go over to the square earlier where I was a few videos ago, just to show you that at night. But what I was saying is that it's always on my mind. I mean, what I don't want happening right now is for the momentum that we have to die off, right? And I don't think anybody does. But should we, like what we're experiencing right now, is this the new norm? Is this going to, all the chaos that happens every day, the world's stock market responding to every stupid tweet that Taco Tuesday does. And I think the problem is that everybody is getting so used to it that it's starting to be normalized. And yeah, in a sense, I don't think there's anything we can do to control that. But personally, I've been thinking about this myself: is how do we fight against it? I don't know how the answer to this. I mean, this is just me walking, talking, and venting at the same time. But I feel that, and my worst fear is that a year or two will go by and everything will just be normalized and there will be no responsibility for anything that people do. Hey, there's a cat. Hey, there's lots of cats here. Hey, how are you? He looks well fed. I think the co-host would love playing with you. All right. So yeah, what I was saying is that my biggest fear is that everything's going to be normalized, and all of the consequences that should have been happening are not going to happen. Let's just say, for example, like the current Strait of Hormuz issues. My biggest fear is after 3-4 years, finally when Diaper Don is out, he's not going to have any repercussions, and that's just going to set the precedence for people moving forward. So yeah, this is the square that I was in before, and over there in the far left area is the field that I was in. If you guys watched my videos before, that was the one where I stepped in dog poop. So I'm in that same area. It's funny, I saw in that video someone was saying that my walk and talk videos provide zero value, and I should just stick to doing my regular videos and go back to scripting. Well, you know what? Here's the value for this video. Don't step in dog shit. That's all I gotta say. And to that guy, go screw off. But yeah, like I said, my biggest fear is that there's going to be no consequences for what is happening right now. And people are just going to think of everything as normal. And it's obviously not. I mean, bombing countries and arresting their own citizens and, detaining people, that's not normal. And, it does worry me that everyday citizens in the U.S. is, they're just kind of going with it. But I did mention before in one of my other videos that there was a comment from somebody who said that his gaming friends from the US have no idea what's going on. And I thought about that a little bit more, and I did mention that, I have some friends as well that have no idea that the United States, they bombed another country and they're starting all of this war and stuff. I just worry that there's not enough pushback from, the United States. So, I don't know. Let me see if I can. It's a really cool building. They just did some renovations on it. I actually haven't been inside yet, but maybe I'll walk around there one day and show you. But yeah, the biggest thing I wanted to ask is how many people are watching this right now? Okay, let me rephrase that. I know probably if you're watching this video, your mind is not going to change, and we've seen too much. But what about those in your family? What about those in your inner circle? How are they feeling about this? And I'm just talking on a personal level, like my inner circle. And one of the things I got an email from somebody saying, hey, how do I convince my so-and-so to take this a little bit more seriously? And I don't have the answer to that. I mean, we live in a society in Canada where we're free to do whatever we want, right? And obviously, I have some people in my inner circle that really kind of don't care what was going on, and they still go to the United States, but, they're free to do whatever they want. And my personal belief is that everybody will figure out their own time on when they will stop. When they will put their foot down and say, hey, this is not normal. I don't know when that is going to be for people. But one thing I do know is that we can't force people. And some people, they may have to learn the hard way. They may have to learn or go through something or have an experience or something that just kind of triggers them and says, hey, I'm not down with this anymore. I kind of forgot where I was going with this, but no, I'm just kind of, wanted to let everybody know. There are some people that have been bringing this up, is how do I, convince my so-and-so to stop? And my answer to that is, you can't. And, that's the thing is, not everybody can be forced into it. Everybody's got to kind of experience it themselves. And yeah, you just can't force people to do things. So when it comes back to my original question on, should we accept this being normal now? I say no. For me, I had not an opportunity, but I had the decision to just kind of be complacent, let everything happen in the way it is, or do something about it. And for me, it was starting a YouTube channel. I think everybody's got their own breaking point, and for me, the breaking point was the 51st state nonsense. And I just decided, I can't stand for this anymore, and I'm going to make sure that it is known that I want my voice heard. And yeah, I didn't actually expect it to, kind of blow up like this, which is good. I appreciate everybody's support for my channel. But I did not think, my voice would be heard. And you know what? Let me talk a little bit more. I'm gonna actually move to a different location after and continue this. But like I said, I didn't want it to be a normal thing for me, just my everyday life moving on. Because, I've told you guys many times, I'm the guy in the back of the classroom, the one that doesn't speak up or one to volunteer for public speaking or anything. I'm not that person. But it was my breaking point, and I wanted to do it this time. Now everybody else has their own methods or own ways to speak up. Some do it online, some do it in person, some go and protest, which is great. I mean, I think everybody just has to be doing something, right? What is not great is just kind of living your day by day and ignoring what's going on right now. So, yeah, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and I will continue that at another location. So, you guys will see. I'm just going to walk over to the other location. All right, so I'm back, and I'm coming to you from the other side of the River of Life. In the background, you can see the second tallest tower in the world. I actually wanted to get the shots to show you it all lit up, but anyways, what I was saying is that I feel that, oh no, I got traffic jam again. Let me get through. I think everybody can do their part in terms of making sure this is not normal. And when I say that, it's not always, nobody has to create a YouTube channel or be on the protest lines or anything like that. I mean, it's just kind of changing everyday little things that we do, Boycott, definitely one of them. And, I think it goes back to, a few reports ago, I did a video on Canadians that students, they were, I don't know what school they were from, but I think it was in Montreal. And one of the students was saying that, they can't do harm to the United States just by missing a vacation. And I think that, I said in that video, I don't agree with that at all, because, it only takes, one vacation to... All right, let me start over. What I was saying is that I don't agree with that student saying that, their efforts won't mean much, or it won't make a dent, because, that's the whole point of a boycott. It's the more people you have, the more it affects the United States. And, even if you're spending like $20 across the border to pick up a package or something, that's $20 that they're not going to get. And times that by thousands or millions of people across the globe, it's going to add up. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of venting, because, it's the wrong perspective on things. And for me, I feel that, I would love to be able to talk to these students, or have these students watch my channel and kind of understand what the actual impact is. But obviously, my demographic in my channel is not really the younger generation. I think it's really primarily 45 and above. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that whatever impact that people are making or want to make on their own, it adds up. And I think we got to continue doing that, no matter how small or large it is. Because the student did get one thing right, when she said, it's her own morals that is making her continue, which is right. But we just gotta continue, because, like I said, some of us, our habits have 100% changed, but others, they may fall out of the habit, which, it's sad if I hear that. Although lately I haven't really heard anything, so it sounds like things are kind of holding the line, I guess. But I think mainly, I guess the point of this message is, make sure we don't... Sorry, I almost hit a motorcycle. See, the motorcycles, they ride on the sidewalk, so you got to be careful about that. I had to realize that, or quickly realize that when I first got here, because I almost got ran over. And I was thinking, hey, this is a sidewalk, but, different rules out here, and I got to respect the culture out here. But yeah, I guess the point of this video is just for me to say, let's make sure that this isn't the new normal. And, the second that we stop trying or accepting that, hey, this is what the new or this is what life is going to be, you know, that's when the United States, I don't want to say they win, but it becomes acceptable, I guess, if that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's all I got for that. And I do want to take this time to talk to the community. And you know, I know these videos that I do, the walk and talk, I mean, I'm kind of doing it to, you know, connect with everyone back home, to be honest, and show everyone where I am. You know, I would have loved to do these videos when I was in Vancouver, but I just didn't have the confidence to, you know, be able to walk and talk and think that people would actually listen to me. But you know, I'm not the best speaker. You guys already know that. And I'm just kind of walking in, saying what's on my mind right now, with no intent and purpose. And I realize I'm not perfect when it comes to this, but at the same time as well, I'm just kind of, you know, what is perfect, right? I mean, nobody's perfect at what they're doing, and this is a YouTube channel. And I just get a little annoyed when I see the haters saying, look, you know, you got no value in these type of walking, talking videos, right? And you're supposed to be doing this and supposed to be doing that. So I'm just kind of like, okay, what am I supposed, you know, where does it say I'm supposed to be a professional when I'm doing these videos, right? I mean, it's YouTube, you know, it's being creative, it's being able to express your opinions and things like that, right? So I really do appreciate everyone that supports me in these videos. You know, I'm still learning, and you know, my gimbal camera skills, I'm actually trying to, I've been starting to watch a few videos about how to properly use this DJI camera, so I can at least make it a little better for you guys. But my message is just really to thank everybody for your support, and also encouragement for me trying something new, and getting out of my room and just like making a video outside. So but yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will catch you in the next video.